What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm really bad at posting and I apologize every time because I don't post, and then I'm like, oh, this is the time I'm gonna continue. So I'm not gonna make any promises like that this time. However, welcome. My name's Hunter and I am a photographer, videographer, 3D artist as of recently, basically a creative, and I enjoy making YouTube videos, but I'm really bad at it. So if you like videos every once in a while that when they come out are fairly good quality, but don't know when the next one is, this is the place for you. This video is going to be the classic desk tour 2022. I've gotten a lot of new upgrades to my setup, my editing station, the things that I, use every day. As soon as I get home from my day job, this is where I'm sitting for most of the night, whether that be editing videos or photos or doing 3D renders, so on and so forth. So without any more hesitation, welcome to my desk setup. So I have had kind of the same general desk setup for a very long time, that being the same monitor, the same laptop, the same desk. I didn't upgrade a lot of the kind of big elements for a while. However, in the last few months, I have done a lot of kind of revamping to the entire setup. And so that's why I feel as though this is a good time for a setup tour. There will be more upgrades in the near future, but I am finally at a point for the first time ever where I am happy with the way that the setup is. I feel good about sitting here and working and using the space to be creative. So let's jump right in. So starting with the base of everything, the desk itself, I actually just upgraded this yesterday, which is why I thought this was the perfect time to finally do this video. I've had a script and a shot list and I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I didn't like the desk I was using, and so I finally upgraded it, and here we are. So before this, I was using a small IKEA desk. It is the Linneman. I don't know how to pronounce IKEA things. It's not a bad desk. It was just the desk was just particle board, and it was small. So like as of here, this right here, the riser, the laptop, the monitor, the desk kind of cut off here, and it held everything I needed, but with no extra space. And that was kind of my issue, is I didn't have a lot of extra space to do things. So I want to have food here or have my camera here, or I'm trying to organize things or work on something. I didn't have room. So I finally went and I upgraded. So what I upgraded to is I have to pull this up because I still don't know how to pronounce it, but I went and picked up the IKEA desk, the Lag Captain. So it was basically the same thing that I had before, but wider. So this one is 55 inches wide. And other than that, it's pretty much the exact same thing. And I almost went and did what every other, YouTuber or content creator does and got the Alex drawers from IKEA to put under it. However, this desktop was about $50, and then the drawers themselves, the shelving or drawer units that everyone puts under, are $90 a piece. And while I had the money to get them, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So I'm just going to bring it home and figure out how to use it, and then see how I want to mount it, if I want to get the drawers or legs, what have you. They did not have the legs that I wanted for the desk. So I was like, hopefully the ones on my other one will fit. I got my other one secondhand, and I wasn't sure if it would be compatible. The legs that I had on my other one, now the ones under this desk, were the exact ones that I wanted that IKEA was sold out of. And so I just took them off the old desk, mounted them on the bottom of this, and it kind of was the perfect storm of things not being in stock and me kind of saying, screw it, I'm just going to figure it out. And then I had the legs all along. Who knew? So basically, I took the same desk that I had, made it wider by not a ton, but enough to where now I have extra space on the sides for things, and I feel less cramped, and it really kind of helps my creative flow, having room to do things and room to put extra things, cameras, recorders, what have you, up here. Microphones, IKEA lamps. So with that out of the way, that long rant, that is the desk that I am using, the Lag Captain, however you want to say that, with just the Adilis legs. They're like $5 a piece, so nothing special. You know, it works. So on top of the desk, I just got a new monitor, and we will go over that in a minute, but it is bigger. My other one was 24, this one is 27, and I knew that I was gonna kind of be out of room on that smaller desk, so I went onto Amazon, looked for some solutions, and I found this dual riser. It is meant to raise your laptop closer to the height of your monitor so that they're not as off, which I like, so that I can use them side by side and I'm not, looking diagonal, up, down, so on and so forth. It is the Westtree dual monitor stand. It is 2 pieces. One is higher up to raise your laptop higher and closer to your monitor. It was only like $35, $38, $40. And honestly, it's not great quality, but it does hold a good amount of weight because this monitor is pretty heavy, but for what it is, I love it. It took the small space that I had at the time and also the kind of limited space I still have and took everything off. Now I have space under it for, books, my audio interface, my USB hub, and I can also slide my mouse and keyboard under it if I want to get them out of the way. It just really opened up some space and also hid a lot of the cables that I have back there because I have a lot of technology on the desk, which results in a lot of cables that kind of make a mess. I'm not the best at cable management. I will show you a shot of under the desk. However, it's not amazing, especially with the new desk. I had put holes in the old one that kind of helped me route everything. I don't want to drill holes in this one just yet, so they're just kind of running behind it, but I have it semi-organized with some cable ties or like Velcro cable ties, so I'm happy. I'm not too mad about it. Let's move on. So on top of the monitor riser that I got, we have my brand new monitor here. This is the Asus ProArt PA278CV. This is a 1440p QHD 27-inch monitor. I will say I got the 4K version of it, and I was super happy with the 4K version. I did end up downgrading to the 1440p version, not because I was unhappy with the quality, resolution, color, anything of the 4K. The 4K was amazing. However, and this will take a whole other video to explain, but Mac OS has some scaling issues with certain resolutions and monitor sizes because of how Mac OS is built to run. It is built to run at 110 ppi, which is pixels per inch, or 220 ppi. And if you are not in a range close to that, things scale weird, and then you have to use GPU scaling to get it to look semi-right, and then that just takes up GPU power, and I'm already not running on the most powerful computer for the things I do with it, and so it was bogging things down. So I downgraded to the 1440p so that it could scale natively and correctly. This thing runs at 109 ppi, give or take, which is perfect for the Mac OS interface. Still great quality, still 100% of the sRGB spectrum. So 100% sRGB, 100% Rec 709. It is Kalman verified, which is a color standard. If Kalman verified is, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but basically it means that it is very good in terms of color accuracy, and it also comes factory calibrated with a calibration report. So straight out of box, this thing is amazing for color grading, photo editing. It looks great. I'm super happy with it. I used to have to take, when I was editing photos, I would take it off my 24-inch monitor and move it to my laptop to do color, just for the fact that I couldn't trust my old monitor. It was not great. So this was a well-needed upgrade. I have had the same monitor since I was 18, and so I was ready to upgrade, and this is what I went with. I'm super happy. It is a monitor made by designers for designers, I think is what their website says. So it is literally made to be creative. Under my monitor riser, I have the CalDigit TS3 Plus. I don't even know what I have. This thing is expensive, I won't lie, and for some reason not available currently on Apple's website. I bought it directly from Apple because at the time that I bought it, there was a lot of rumors and things going around on the internet of USB hubs wrecking the new M1 MacBook batteries and ruining things. And so I just went with the safe bet, got one that Apple sold, because I knew that if they sold it in their store, they knew it would work well with their products. And I'd heard a lot of good things. It comes with a huge range of port selection, whether that be a UHS 2 SD card slot, Thunderbolt, USB-C, USB 3.0, standard USB. It has a display port for connecting your display, optical audio, a headphone port, whole 9 yards. So I can plug everything, microphone, hard drives, audio interface, displays, literally anything I want into this, and then plug it all into my MacBook via one cable. And I love that. And that one cable is really nice because I am running the entire setup via the MacBook Pro 13-inch M1. So the original MacBook Pro that came out with the M1 chip. I have 1 terabyte of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM in it. And this thing is still running amazing. I loved it when it came out. And although there are some better options that I will most likely upgrade to in the near future, this thing is chugging along and doing everything I need it to at the current moment. One reason I am going to probably upgrade here soon is because I've been doing a lot of 3D rendering inside of Blender, and that's kind of where I see the performance drop. I know that some of the newer ones like the Mac Studio or the higher end MacBook Pros would do a lot better, but I needed a new one when this came out really bad. Snagged it when it came out a few weeks or a few months after, and I'm still super happy with it. So that is what is powering everything. The only downside right now is that it can only run one monitor without doing some kind of weird workaround. So that is another reason I want to upgrade in the near future so that I can run 2 monitors. Next up on my desk, the peripherals that I'm using are the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. This thing is amazing. It feels great in the hand. I just recently upgraded from the MX Master S2, which I had no issues with, other than the fact that for some reason I cannot get Logitech options to work on my MacBook. The new mouse is compatible with Logitech's current beta program Options Plus, which does open on my computer, so I can finally use all of the programmable keys again. And I thought I'd try out the new version. Works phenomenal. Everybody sings praises about it, so I don't have to continue to do the same. If you're watching this video, you probably know what the MX Master is, and it holds up to its reputation. So beside that, I am running the Logitech Pop Keys, which is one of Logitech's newer keyboards. This thing is a mechanical keyboard, and it's kind of meant to be colorful, and it has programmable emoji keys on the side, which I don't use, but I did want a slightly nicer keyboard than my Apple keyboard. I still use that from time to time because I have a Final Cut cover with all my, macros on it. But for typing, I really like the feeling of the mechanical. It's not great, not awful, but it works. And I think it looks really nice too. A little pop of color. Pop Keys, they offer this in 3 different colors. It was $99, as well as the mouse was also $99 or $120. No, it was $99. Those are the peripherals I use: Logitech MX Master and the keyboard. I am highly considering getting one of Apple's trackpads to put over here on the left side for scrolling and such. Because my MacBook is up there, I have to reach up here when I want to zoom in or out on 3D renders or in a timeline, because I don't like doing the plus and minus buttons. Over here, I don't use it as much, but under the monitorizer, I have the Scarlett solo audio interface for when I want to play some guitar or use a microphone that requires XLRs. I still run with a Blue Yeti most of the time because it works and it's easy, but I do keep that under there for when I actually need to use an audio interface. It's already plugged up, set up to go. Super easy to just plug in my cord of choice and use it as needed. And then some of the extras that are on the desk, I do have some Bose speakers. These things are ancient. I got them with my very first laptop when I was like 13 or 14. I am 24 in the current moment, so they're definitely not up to par with what I'm sure is out there now. But for what I need them for, I just use them for a little bit better audio than what comes out of the MacBook for YouTube videos and listening to music. And then when I'm actually mastering audio for videos, I use my Sony wireless headphones. These are a little bit older too. MDR 1000Xs. I know they've come out with new models, but these things are still amazing, still hold up in terms of audio quality. I see no reason to upgrade at the current moment. So I use these when I need to, and I also have AirPod Pros that I can use when I just want something smaller. I trust the audio enough in both of those headphones to master audio for videos. Finally, some of the just other little things. I have a holder over there for my pens. Very boring. And then I have a 10 terabyte hard drive hooked up right there. That is my backup hard drive. So I use LaCie rugged 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes, depending every year. That's what I use for photo video projects that back up to then my 10 terabyte. That's kind of my storage solution, is one 10 terabyte for backup and then a rugged hard drive every year for the projects that year. You know, that's about it. I do have a lamp over here on the left from IKEA. It is the Heart. The Heart. H-A-R-T-E. The A has some weird, is it Swedish thing above it? I'm going to call it the Heart. And then up here, I have a Mophie wireless charger for AirPods and my phone. I have a cheap little Lamicall holder for like $8 on Amazon for my phone. And, you know, just some knickknacks and so forth. So that's, I mean, pretty much it. What are we running at here? 25 minutes. I'm gonna have to edit this. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. COVID's still a thing. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.